Hey guys, this is Heather from Nobat, and today I have for review with me a Finepix JV300 camera that has a 14 megapixel and 3x optical zoom. I have already done a hands-on review on this camera, and now let's do a full review on this one and see what this camera has got and is it worth buying or not. So on seeing this camera, it's really very lightweight in terms of design. It's really very light, it's really very small, pocketable. In fact, the zoom does not take up a lot of space, and when I put that in pocket, I felt that it isn't even in the pocket, so it's really very light and doesn't even feel. The placement of the flash is on the right hand side and just above the zoom, so not a bad placement of flash, but this flash is not that strong. It's just a bit small flash, nothing big in that. And the place where you keep the batteries and memory card is here. So when you mount it on tripod and you have to change it, then you fall. But most of the point and shoot cameras have batteries and memory card socket here, and then here is a tripod place where you could mount that on the tripod, and not a nice place to give the tripod socket. And then you have the screen, which is 2.7, very small screen. And let's just switch on. I have already in my hands-on review talked about how high the brightness was, and in fact it is so high that you cannot see when you film it, you cannot see what setting you are using in the camera. But since I can still tell you, let's go into the menu and let's try to adjust the display. And when I tried doing that, I found that it is not possible to adjust the LCD brightness. See, you cannot, if the button LCD for LCD brightness is off, and you cannot adjust that. I tried it many times with different settings, but it wasn't possible. So not a nice thing with this camera here. And then let's move on to the other settings. The ISO is provided auto, so you cannot change the ISO at all. The image quality is set to normal, and the rest of the settings are just very few, and the navigation is bit different. Not great, but not bad at all. With the zoom, I have already done the testing, and I found that it is really usable, really very normal, not high, not for outdoor photography. Just if the subject is really very near, you could just point and shoot. It's just a point and shoot camera where you just point and shoot. And if you want zoom, you can do a slight zoom here with this camera, which is just okay, definitely really okay, not that great or not that bad. The placement in menu settings, you have not many menu settings, but you can adjust white balance. You can take HD quality video, and the video comes only half HD 720p, but the file size is really big. You get for 1 minute, I have seen that the file sizes are 400 MB, which is really not a good thing, because the DSLR file size are better and less when compared to this. In fact, the other camera that I reviewed was Nikon Coolpix S9600, and that camera had 100 MB file size for a minute of video, and that video was full HD with fine quality. So this is not a good thing for Finepix, for Fujifilm, definitely. And we'll see the placement of the mic here, audio mics. Then it's here. It's not great, but it's not bad for the budget it comes at. So I could say that it's pretty usable, but not as great as high-end cameras. In fact, most of the high-end cameras, then you attach Rode mics and all that. That's a different story altogether. And then we'll see the image quality. Image quality has a lot of noise when it comes to night photography. When it comes to day photography, the images are usable, since it most of the time family people use to shoot their memories. Then this camera is really nice, because they print that photographs into 4x6 inch frames, and then that canvases. So that's really nice, and the images have really come out well. If you are a nice photographer, then the images with this camera really turn out to be great, and are not really bad. And it's justified its budget. You see, it's one of the cheapest cameras available from the Fujifilm. It's still in the market, not in demand. in that great, but still money have bought it since it's from the Fujifilm. Fujifilm really makes a good camera. In fact, most of the high-end DSLRs are sold by Fujifilms, and it's really a great company, but the file size has really disappointed me. In the end of this video, you could see some of the photos and the video samples that I took with it. So I have all this for this review. If I have missed anything, put that in the comment, and if I know anything about that camera, about that topic, I'll definitely put that into the comments. So this is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. Thanks, and give the thumbs up for this video.